God bless you.
He was an evangelist, at one point a potential presidential contender, and at some points a controversial figure. Pat Robertson died today at the age of 93. No matter what you think of Robertson, he did have an impact in our area in a couple of ways that you might not expect. Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger has a closer look at those connections.
The passing of Pat Robertson had us thinking about a couple of things and how some of what he had done over the decades had an impact on the Charlotte area. One of those things is here in Fort Mill. This is what is left of Jim and Tammy Faye Bakker's PTL empire. Robertson actually gave the Bakkers their start and the spotlight. Jim Bakker himself was a figure on the 700 Club in the 60s and 70s. Despite some reported animosity between the two over the decades, Bakker himself said his voice and wisdom will be greatly missed during these difficult times. But beyond the Bakkers, Pat Robertson's influence can be seen here as political, but there's certainly a lot of physical reminders all over the area of his influence. A lot of the physical does have to do with his connection to the Bakkers. Yes, there is what was Heritage USA, but there's also what is now the INSP network. David Cerullo, the CEO of the network and an evangelist himself, said in a statement, "This was a personal loss. I had the privilege of knowing Pat. He was here in Lancaster County for the dedication of our campus and became a source of encouragement," and added all our ventures would have been impossible without his example and pathfinding leadership. There was also a friendship between Robertson and the late Billy Graham. Graham's son Franklin spoke to that, saying, "I will miss Pat, but I know I will see him again one day." No one we reached out to was available for an on-camera interview, and we also made a point of reaching out to Morning Star Ministries, which is over what was the old PTL property right behind me. While we have not heard back from them, Rick Joyner, the head of that ministry, has had himself a number of health problems recently, which have become public. In Fort Mill, Derek Dellinger, Queen City News.
Derek, thank you. And despite those local connections and the influence, Robertson did court controversy over his decades on his statements on everything from LGBT issues to feminism, church and state separation, and abortion, and even blamed natural disasters and terrorist attacks on what he saw as evils in society. He also described Islam as a violent religion that wants to dominate and destroy.